In this tutorial, we will discuss using PieChat and free statistical software to collect and correlate survey responses with behavioral information. If you haven't already done so, please see the character-based dialogue tutorial to learn about developing surveys with PieChat. In order to follow along with this tutorial, you will need to download the PieChat software and the Fragrance Store demo from www.piechat.com, and a statistical software called PSPP, which is a free alternative to SPSS. You could also use the statistical software you normally use. Once we have the required software, we can run the Fragrance Store demo and use the interactive survey the demo includes to enter some dummy user data that we will analyze later. The data can then be downloaded as a CSV table. Because PieChat makes it convenient to collect both survey data and behavioral data such as purchases or web page visits, you will notice that the data includes survey answers as well as value of purchases made for each user who made a purchase. While there are countless correlations we can hypothesize about, for this demo we will be testing the following hypotheses: that users who are older tend to spend more money, and that users who watch fragrance reviews on YouTube are more likely to make a purchase. In order to test those hypotheses, we will take the data we collected and extract from it the variables we are interested in testing. Depending on sample size, this can be either done by hand, or using a spreadsheet macro, or using an SQL query. In this case, the variables we are interested in are age, whether the user watches YouTube reviews of fragrances, whether the user made a purchase, and the value of the user's purchase. Once we have isolated the specific variables we are interested in, we can copy the data into PSPP and calculate the correlation coefficient and p-value or significance of the correlations we are interested in testing. First, we will check if watching YouTube videos correlates with purchasing. We find that it does not, because the significance value is greater than the conventional alpha value of 0.05. Next, we'll check if age correlates with value of the user's purchase. And we find that it does indeed do that. So we can conclude that there is evidence to suggest that older users, who are within the range of ages that we surveyed, tend to spend more. In order to better present this data to others, we will take a quick look at the descriptive statistics of this sample, so that we can give our audience a better idea of what the characteristics of the sample are. We can now compile this data into a graph to visually illustrate the correlation we found. As you can see, because PieChat allows you to conveniently keep track of behaviors as well as responses to survey questions, you can quickly test which of those responses predict desired behaviors such as purchases. To learn more about PieChat, please visit piechat.com. Thanks for watching.